Mister! What should I...
Is he okay? Let me take a look at him.
Don't touch him!
We're not gonna know why he collapsed if we can't touch him. Move over.
Hey!
He's got a fever, and a bit of a cough too. But I'm sure it's just a cold.
A cold?
Did he catch it because it was chilly by the shore?
Is his immune system that bad?
But I can't think of any other reason.
Maybe it's because he was splashed.
What? Did you idiots wait for us soaking wet?
But I've never caught a cold before, so I didn't think about that.
That might be true for you. Yashiro, let's carry him to his room.
Okay.
I guess you two wouldn't have any medicine. Can't call an ambulance either.
We have some.
What?
There's some cold medicine in my suitcase. There should be some at least.
Don't you think you're overprepared?
My siblings are a fair bit younger than me, so it became a travel habit. Can you stand?
Sounds like you. What's wrong? Aren't you coming?
Yeah. I couldn't do anything other than panic.
There you go. I'll give you the whole pack, so be sure to take them. I knew you'd do that. Where are the cups? Do you guys not have a single one? I guess I'll have to grab you a paper cup from our room.
Do you have a 4D suitcase or what? By the way, do you guys have a futon to sleep on?
They were bulky, so we threw them out in Tokyo. What should I do?
What did you guys sleep on then?
On cardboard boxes.
Cardboard boxes?
Mister seemed like he was used to it. Isn't this a common usage of cardboard boxes? Will he not get better if he sleeps on these?
Alright. Guess I'll have to buy the futons for you. Just the cheapest ones, though. Now that I think about it, we didn't bring any futons either. I think he'd only get worse if he slept on those. Well, he should be fine for tonight if he takes his pills. Look, he's not gonna die from something as small as this. Don't worry. Well, it's time for me to go back.
Oh, hey, please put a cold towel on his forehead when you get the chance. Good night.
A cold towel? I know we have a towel. I just need to make it cold. But how? I'm the only one who can move. I've only relied on Mister until now. Getting food, drawing the bath, washing the laundry, everything. What could I have I've possibly hoped to do today. I didn't even realize he caught a cold. I think I finally understand how heavy of a burden he's been carrying ever since I selfishly pushed for this life together.
This is Surai, the kanji character for suffering.
Surai.
But add a brushstroke here, and it becomes shiwase, happiness.
The meaning changed so much from one stroke.
Hey, I didn't make the rules. How old are you again?
Dunno.
Really now. You should at least learn to read and write. It'll be a real asset in the future.
Asset. If I learned how to read and write, would I be able to buy a house?
Hey, do you know how much a house costs?
Nope.
You're still a kid. There's no need for you to stick around and follow my footsteps. The country will put a decent roof over your head.
Wouldn't you be lonely without me?
Not really.
I knew you'd be lonely. That's why I want to buy a house. One where we can live together in. You're the one that said that no one can survive alone.
A dream? Huh? Why am I wet?
Mister! Thank God! You're alive!
Hey, don't squeeze the towel there.
But it won't be cold unless I soak it. Anyway, that isn't important right now. Those men gave me a cup earlier. You need to take the pills. I googled the packaging earlier, and they don't look fishy. I think it's worth a shot. Better than dying.
Okay.
What's wrong? Drink it!
Are you an idiot? I'm not gonna die from this. It's just a simple cold, and it's not my first either. Sachi?
Take your medicine. I'm begging you.
Okay, you just want me to take the pills, right? Calm down. I'll be fine. I'm going to sleep after this. I'll heal faster. You can roam free. Take a bath. Do whatever when I'm asleep, okay? Thanks, Sachi.
Yeah. I can still hear him breathing. There's no need to worry. Mister is alive. If I didn't splash him... No. If we didn't go to the ocean in the first place, none of this would have happened. Right? All this because I stupidly asked him to prove his loyalty. I should have kept things as they were. No. Neither of us were in the position to do that. Realizing that my decisions will affect those around me is absolutely terrifying. Why does happiness only come in small waves, I wonder? I can't sleep. Don't go on the balcony without my permission.
It's only for a bit. I can't smoke in my room.
Huh? Uncle? You smoke?
Whoa! Don't get too riled up, it's dangerous.
I feel like I just saw something I shouldn't have.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, regardless of how you look, you're still an uncle on the inside.
Why am I uncle? You called that masked guy Mister, didn't you? So why
I'm
don't...
only going to call you uncle.
I'll have you know I haven't turned 30 just yet.
Hey, is a cold something you can diagnose at home? Even if you're not a doctor?
If it's a cold, then yeah. It's not like they're rare diseases.
Oh.
What? That's got you down? You were swinging that knife around not too many hours ago. It's natural you couldn't do anything. You didn't know after all. You're still a kid. You'll have to learn from now on. And I'll help you with it if you need. But in return, at least let me use this balcony.
I'm not giving you permission. You haven't earned my trust just yet. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh, really now?
But thank you for helping Mr. Yashiro and Uncle.
Did you have to emphasize that?
I don't trust you to, but I'm thankful for what you've done.
You're a simpleton.
I take it back. Just die. This instant.
It was a joke.
Huh?
Oh, Sachi. Good morning. Oh, what the? Oh, my ribs just.
Thank God. You really didn't die.
I told you I wouldn't die from that. You worry too much. I always dream of the past whenever I catch a cold. But this one was a little different.
Hey, you look like you're having a lot of fun. Let me join.
This time, I only watched my past self from a distance.
Don't forget who you are, kidnapper. Why does she appear even in your dreams? Who is she to you right now? You want to die, don't you? Why don't you make up an excuse and go kill yourself? She can live even if you weren't there. Is there a meaning to this act? Do you even want to die?
This is the worst.
What is? I see. You can't go off to work because of us? Then how about I work at the same place? You're worried about leaving her to watch over us by herself, right? But if it's only Airhead Yashiro left behind, I'm sure she will have no trouble handling him.
Airhead?
No, that's why we're looking for a solution where I don't have to work.
Well, now you have no more need to worry.
Huh?
If push comes to shove, I'll kill him. So rest easy and go to work, mister. Worst case scenario, I can even frame him for the kidnapping. You better obey me if you don't want to end up a criminal, Yashiro.
I don't want anyone to know I hired a criminal, so stay sharp. And make an excuse for me, if anything. You're fired if you mess this up.
Wait, not you too, Matsubase! You sellout!
Mister was worried I couldn't handle both of you while he was at work. But now you'll be fine, right? Have fun at work, mister!
Huh.
Why are you such a downer? She said she was fine with this setup too, didn't she? You agreed to this. I won't play detective while we're at work. She's just fine. And you know what an Airhead Yashiro is.
No, I was thinking about how impossibly annoying you two are. That's all. Can't you leave us alone?
You sure don't beat around the bush, huh? You know, this is my first part-time gig at a vacation motel. We're almost like students. Not that I would know what it feels to be one. Say, can you really live on only part-time gigs? You paid for that car up front, after all. It feels like you've got a lot of money lying around. You got a good savings or something?
I'm not obliged to tell you.
Oh, you're just lovely, aren't you? You're so good at small talk.
Thanks. I was in your care when I had the flu, but by no means have you two earned my trust. Don't do any more meaningless prying. I'll kill you.
Sure, go ahead.
Newcomers! Your shift began at 10! Get your asses moving! There are many things for newcomers to learn. Hurry! Leave handsome here aside. I made a special exception to let you work here, middle schooler.
Huh? I'm not in middle school. I've gone over this with you so many times.
Your silly lie isn't going to fool anyone. Come on, chop chop. There's going to be a tour group here soon.
Hey, no need to push.
I know it's only your first shift, but I need you to work overtime today.
What?
Sorry, but we're short on hands.
I'm surrounded by noisy folks.
Hey. How much longer are you gonna point that at me?
Until Mr. is back.
That's going to be at least 6 hours from now.
Don't think you can get friendly with me because I'm only a child. I don't trust you one bit.
Right, of course you don't. I'll have to sit like this for the next 6 hours.
Indeed, which means they're not normal.
I finally think I understand what Matsubase meant. You must be getting hungry. It's lunchtime after all.
I'm not hungry at all.
But your belly is
I'm
growling.
hearing things.
Shall I make you something? I have a few things in our room we could use. I cook a lot at the office.
I won't eat anything you make. You're going to mix something in, aren't you? Like poison?
I don't have anything ominous like that.
You'll make me eat off the floor, hit me with a hot frying pan, or swing the knife at me. Letting you cook would be like handing you a gun. I'd never allow it.
The abuse.
She was abusing her daughter.
I won't do that to you. We are not like your parents. Though, I suppose you won't believe me even if I say that. How about this? You can keep the knife pointed at me if you like. I can take the first bite too if you're worried about being poisoned. In this place, I can probably cook with my back turned towards you. Feel free to stab me if you think I'm up to something. If there's anything else you feel uneasy about, I'll listen to your every instruction. How does that sound?
Sheesh. I keep telling her I'm not in middle school. I can't believe a tour group would visit this inn all the way out here. There aren't even places to sightsee here. Hey, I've been curious. What's Sachi? That's what you call her, isn't it? Right. Is that like a nickname you guys came up with? Sachi? What does it mean? It's got nothing in common with that girl. Could it be borrowed from the kanji character of happiness? I suppose not, given the situation you're in after all.
You did ask me to leave the meaningless prying.
Just pretend I was thinking out loud. But perhaps to Sachi, this really is happiness, compared to her old life at least. She doesn't have to worry about shelter, food, or a change of clothes. Nor does she have to see her parents. She's living with a mister she really trusts. Of course she'd never want to go back.
Trust isn't something that was built between us.
Really now.
I'm not continuing our life together out of goodwill or as a favor. We are both using one another in this relationship. Our intentions just happen to align.
Mister! Hurry!
That's all it means to me.
It's strange. It doesn't seem that way to me. Would she truly be so desperate to save someone she doesn't trust?
Don't touch him!
Sachi was distraught when she collapsed, you know? I know it can't be out of goodwill the moment you kidnapped her. However, it didn't come off to me as something cold like aligned interests.
So you always have that with you?
Ah, you meant this. We've only been eating cup ramen and stuff since we moved here, so I bought this off the net the other day. You didn't let us leave the apartment after all. I don't carry this around, as Matsubase has pretty bad eating habits. You see, I used to look after people as if it were a normal thing to do, so I really hated seeing that. Ever since I was a child, I was made to look after every one of my younger siblings. Perhaps it was the sense of duty that came with being the firstborn. Or rather, it seemed like my own desires didn't matter since I was the older brother. That used to make me think how unfair the world was. The truth is, I had many things I wanted for myself. There were many things I wanted to do, but my siblings depended on me. And I couldn't bring myself to disappoint my parents' expectations either. So, because I led a life like that, I ended up being a worrywart. I just can't seem to settle down unless I know everyone is doing okay, you know? You're probably not interested in this.
Have you ever thought about running away from being the older brother? You don't like it, right?
I have. My mother passed away 2 years ago. We knew she was sick. Still, my father became very depressed since her passing. Matsubase is a nice person, but the paycheck is a lot smaller than what I'd like in order to look after my siblings who are still in school. My father is working hard too, so I try not to complain. I have to keep myself together, yet there have been many times where I grew tired of this. But I don't dislike my family. I'm sure that's where we differ. So you don't need to try and empathize with me. I love my family. That's why I can't abandon them. Maybe I'm even a bit envious of you, since you were able to abandon everything. Just kidding. You can forget what I've said. It's just a bad habit of mine. There we go. We don't have any plates, so we'll have to eat straight from the pan. I guess we can use a box as a table. I warmed up the packet of rice in the water. The microwave would have been great. Seriously, thanks to Matsubase, my skills have leveled up.
I'm hungry!
You're more mature compared to him. I was a bit worried about the heat since it's not a gas stove. Right, I'm supposed to test it for poison. Pretty tasty.
Why would you cook for me? I thought you didn't like to look after others, so it's more of the reason not to. You don't like me, nor am I your family. I'm just a stranger, aren't I?
That's true, but I can't leave those in need. Plus, I was also hungry. So I just made a bit more for you while I was at it.
That's what I mean. What do you gain by doing that?
That's a tough question. It's true I don't like to be relied upon too much, but when it comes to helping someone, I don't think about what I may gain from that.
That's called love.
Don't tell me that's love.
Love? How did that go from 0 to 100 so quick? I think you're comparing this too much to two extremities. But if I think of it your way, I suppose both of our filled bellies would count as a merit, don't you think? Neither of us would want to stay hungry, right? It's getting cold, so let's eat.
It's tasty. Almost as good as what Mr. makes.
It seems you've developed a habit of overthinking. I think you shouldn't decide on whether or not to interact with someone based on merits and benefits alone. I think most people would just like to be on good terms.
That's what you think. But there are people out there who just want to use you, right?
there are lots of people that don't either.
But that's just what you want to believe. Don't think your morals are always the norm.
Then let me ask you. Did you look after Mister when he was ill because you'd gain a direct benefit? Was he worth the desperation you showed for him?
I only did that so I could continue my life with him. I don't want to return to my old life. But if he died, then it wouldn't be possible to live this way. That's why there was a benefit to looking after him. Taking action without thinking about benefits and losses is something stupid I would never do.
In that case, it doesn't have to be him, right? I don't know how you met Mister, but if you don't want to return to your old life, there's many other ways to do so. Getting kidnapped is such an extreme method, there are many more reasonable paths you could take. But you...
They most likely don't need someone to understand them.
Oh, never mind. I'm full. You can have the rest.
Mikimoto, can you give me a hand?
Sure.
It didn't come off to me as something cold like aligned interests.
Then what else are you implying there could be?